Hi everyone, welcome back to
The Quill.
I'm your host, Diago Noah.
I'm Bella.
I'm Mariela.
I'm Brenda.
I'm JR.
And honestly, we've been really thinking about Disney as a whole. It is the family season. We're starting to go into Thanksgiving and now into Christmas. So I feel like it is around that time where we get with our families and we just start to reminisce and just start watching all of those like classics such as Cinderella.
Oh God.
Little Mermaid. No, for real.
For real.
And so, no, I was, we were just thinking about Disney, and like through that, we stumbled a bunch of rabbit holes that I feel are fun and just interesting to get into.
Just straight up conspiracy theories, man.
Crazy.
Which tickled my funny bone because I'm a big conspiracy guy. I love conspiracy theories. They're my favorite.
No, I know that Mariela, she stumbled upon one that was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, Christmas season is coming around and we just had Halloween, right? So I thought that, a lot of people argue over whether Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween or a Christmas movie. So we're kind of right in the middle, November, right? So I thought that I would do, I would find a theory on the Nightmare Before Christmas. So this is about all of the members of Halloween Town. So if you've seen the movie, Halloween Town is where all of like the Halloween villagers live. So basically, the theory goes that each of the villagers or like the townspeople represent a different type of fear that people have. So the first one is Dr. Finkelstein.
Sorry, he's such a funny guy.
He is. He looks really weird.
No, he does. For those who haven't seen the movie,
no, he's weird. We'll put the picture.
We'll put the picture.
Egg.
He
We'll
looks
put
like
the picture.
he looks like an egg, and then it's like he has like those lips that are just like thinned out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the butt.
And like
No,
tiny
yeah.
glasses.
He's a weird guy, but yeah, he's like all like old and like wrinkled, and he's like in a wheelchair. So like the theory is basically that like since he's old and stuff, it like he like represents the fear of getting old and like dying and stuff. So yeah,
And that's interesting because like he based off of like Frankenstein as a whole.
Yeah, I think he actually is because he's like a scientist in the movie.
Yeah.
So he probably has some inspiration there.
So it's like that double parallel of like wanting to live forever through your
Exactly,
creation.
exactly,
It's like,
yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And also, like I mentioned, like he's in a wheelchair, and like a lot of the time when you get older, you kind of like, like, yeah, like
Yeah.
You start to kind of
I feel like a lot of people I talk to don't have that fear though. That fear of like getting old and dying. Well, getting old, I feel like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I feel
for
like
sure.
every time I
People
talk
have
to
a
someone,
fear
they're
of
like, "No,
dying.
I'm not scared to die." I'm like, "You're crazy."
But it's more on the
You're
fear
wild.
of
It gets
regret.
worse as you're older, though, I think.
I'm already at peak
Yeah.
It's
levels.
more on
I'm
the
already
fear
so
of
scared
not
to
living
die.
your life to the fullest.
Right.
So maybe that's like the true representation of.
Oh,
what
what's it called?
Frankenstein.
FOM?
Yeah, fear of missing out.
Oh, fear of missing
Yeah.
out.
FOMO,
Yeah.
FOMO.
FOMO,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not FOM. I missed another O.
Yeah. So we have him, and then the next one is Sally,
What a name.
which she's my favorite. She's the girl,
Basic.
the one with like all the stitches and stuff.
Mhm.
If you guys see her, she's the one that ends up like with Jack at the end. So basically,
Oh, I love them
she
too.
has like stitches on her body and stuff, and like when there's one scene where she jumps from like the tower and all her limbs fall off. So basically, the theory is that she's the fear of like being dismembered.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yes.
That
Her
makes
limbs
so
are,
much
like-
sense.
That was
Yeah.
and like taking it back to like the whole idea of like Frankenstein and then Frankenstein's monster. Sally,
Exactly, that's
that could be
another
like, That
thing,
could be
'cause-
like that whole thing of like
Right.
you're living through your creation, but what if your creation doesn't last forever?
Mhm.
Right? Like it's still like that. Wow, that's interesting.
The
Yeah,
stitching
another-
and the
yeah.
jumping off
And
the
does
roof
it-
had me thinking something else. I was like,
Does it resemble like healing because she does get stitched up together?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like
don't
in
know.
a weird way, each of them represents both the fear and like
Like optimism.
all right. Who
Optimism,
else you
yeah.
got? Who else you
True.
got? in there?
I got the mayor, which
I
is
hated
like
the
he's the
mayor.
one like his head like switches
Yeah,
around
he's
and
Two-Face.
stuff, like the
Weird.
So
little
what's he?
guy.
What's he?
That's creepy.
Yeah, it says apparently he's the fear of loved ones changing unexpectedly. 'Cause he's like Two-Face.
Dang!
no,
He's
for
Two-Face.
sure.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
Two-Face.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
He's
for
getting so
sure.
deep
He was
for
like,
no reason.
He was Two-Faced.
These
the
are
entire
really
movie, which is
extreme
like
emotions.
that's literally like what
That's
his
fake.
thing
Yeah,
was.
because he has like
Snake.
the good one. He has like the evil one. So it's
Oh,
saying
Bella.
like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
it's
switching
like
up on
hello.
you.
And then it's also that fear of like he's a mayor too, right? He has that title. He
Right,
has
like,
that
he's, like, the
entrusted title,
authority.
exactly. So like for
Yeah.
people within the town, that's an entrusted figure.
Mhm.
Therefore, for him to be constantly switching up, that
Mhm.
fear of like your loved ones or people who you trust
Exactly.
Dude.
breaking it apart.
But
it's like-
These
you
are
think-
such really like complex and weird emotions that they're like portraying, like these
Yeah.
fears.
Do you think that's a play on power, on like the people in power, how they're very
For sure.
two-faced?
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, within the movie too. Forgot the boogeyman.
Oh,
right?
Oogie Boogie.
The
He's
bo-
in there
Oogie-
too.
Yeah,
Oogie
like,
Boogie.
Oogie Boogie.
Oogie
like,
Boogie.
um,
Next one
Among
is
Us sucks.
Jack. Jack is like the main character. So he's literally just death in general. Like he's a
Yeah.
skeleton, you know, obviously death.
Just
So that one's pretty
represents death.
self-explanatory. And the next one, which is what you were just talking about, it's Oogie Boogie. So basically he's
Boogie,
like
boogie,
it-
boogie.
yeah, he's like the scariest one. He like actually like when I watched this movie as a kid, like I was actually traumatized
when
by
like
this
he like
scene.
opened up and
Yes,
he
he
has,
like
worms
opens up and he's
inside
literally
of it,
made
like,
of bugs.
Ugh,
So it's like the fear
gross.
of not only the fear of bugs, but the fear of the unknown. Because he's like in a
Mhm.
burlap sack, and then he like
True.
reveals himself, and he's like all like
All, like,
nasty
gross,
with the
nasty.
bugs.
And
And
the
it's
fact-
like, how can it be a villain if you don't even know what the villain is?
Right, like it's
Exactly.
scary because you don't even know like what's going on. It's just like because this is the
And
last thing you expect for a
That's
guy
the
who made of
thing about the
bugs.
boogeyman too, right? Like
Yeah,
the
the
way that they portrayed
boogeyman.
him, like the boogeyman himself, like the
Mhm.
the folk tale
Yeah.
is all like this shadowy creature that comes and
Yeah.
like will kidnap you if you misbehave.
So is this really a Christmas movie? Because all these fears just totally
Exactly.
represent
Listen,
what
listen.
Halloween is.
Well, but then the thing is that how we
It takes
talked
place
about
at
it,
Christmas. These are Halloween characters trying to celebrate Christmas. Is
Yeah.
the thing, basically.
and then like how
I-
we said the whole
Mhm.
like fear things turning into optimism. So
Mhm.
I would say it's a Christmas
I think
movie.
it's a Christmas movie.
Let's do a poll.
Die Hard's a
Diago?
Christmas
no,
movie.
I feel like it's. Maybe it's a Thanksgiving movie, guys. Like, maybe it's a Thanksgiving
gets me in the
movie.
middle.
It's about being thankful of who you
for
are, whether you're
Christmas.
in Halloween or in Christmas.
Yeah.
You're just thankful. Maybe it's a thing. I'm gonna be the middle pole.
He's been the middle ground.
Thanksgiving.
It's not even near a
I
Thanksgiving
think-
movie. It's not.
I just
it's
think
not
it's
Christmas
a
movie.
Halloween movie trying to be a family movie instead of like
Yeah.
a
That's a
horror
Christmas
film.
Oh, like Coraline. I loved Coraline.
Coraline was good.
Demon
I think that
That's
that's
just creepy, and
that
that is not
I don't know. I
Disney.
could be wrong.
Coraline
But I'm pretty
is
sure this
not
one's also a
Disney.
stop motion.
Yeah, it is. stop motion.
Yeah.
So horror or Halloween.
I say
It's
Halloween.
no, it's
Or,
it's a Christmas movie.
Christmas.
I said Halloween.
So I'm actually the one who's like in split. Like who's gonna okay?
You tell me you're gonna
switch
sit
it.
down with your
It's okay.
family for
Yeah, I'll be
watch
like,
this
Mom,
movie.
Dad.
I mean, I see why you pick.
Okay, maybe it's not a
Thanksgiving
family
No, no.
Christmas movie, but neither is Die Hard. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It's just not a family movie.
Maybe I feel like
I've never
at
heard
the
of
end of the
Die
day,
Hard.
it
What did
is
you
a
just
Christmas
say?
Die
movie.
Hard is
I
not
feel
a
like it's
Disney
Christmas
movie.
Die Hard's not a Disney movie,
not
but
a
it's a
Disney
Christmas
movie.
movie. You've never heard of Die Hard?
No.
Wow.
No, JR, you're alone in this one. I've
Wow,
never
that's
heard
actually
of it.
sad.
No, no.
You guys need to
but
watch
no,
better
yeah,
Christmas
like
movies.
the whole aspect of like the theories, just like each developing further, the more you look into them, is like that whole concept that we have with Disney, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's this family-friendly corporation, right? That like just gives us media, and like we don't really think about it because again, it's centered around our families and it's centered just around just watching it and having fun. But like it really speaks to the admiration that we as fans of Disney have, because we just tend to find theories and find connections that make it even more enjoyable. And I think that's
Yeah.
like the best part of it all.
Wait, Mariela,
Like,
are any of these confirmed?
I don't think so. I mean,
That would be so cool if they
There's
confirmed it,
one-
because they make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
there's
But
one
then
more.
that's what I'm saying, right? Like
There's one more.
Yeah,
If
there's
it-
one
if
more
it's-
actually.
oh.
We have a bonus
Yeah.
one. We have Shock, Lock, and Barrel, which are the three kids that work for Oogie Boogie. So yeah, apparently, so Shock is like the witch one with like the wiry hair. Lock is like the devil one, and Barrel is like the one with like the round face. So I'll put the picture up, obviously.
Yeah.
But so they're
So
saying, so Shock. So her name is Shock, and her hair is all wiry. So it's like she represents like electrocution, like you got electrocuted. And then Lock, he has like blue lips, like he looks like kind of like. So it's like, oh, he got.
Is it drowning?
No, the other one
What's
is
so
Barrel is
I
drowning,
see.
but Lock is like, oh, he was like locked in like a fridge.
Oh, I
'Cause he's,
didn't
like, all,
know
like,
Oh my
that.
God.
Wow, that is
Like,
grim.
so
So it's like
That is
claustrophobia, but like
grim.
also
Yeah,
like
claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia
frozen
on
to death.
steroids,
Yeah,
dude.
and then
Oh
it's
my God. I
Barrel,
get
so it's
claustrophobic.
like,
I'm-
so it's like, oh,
would
he was
never.
drowned in a barrel.
Oh wow.
So he's drowning.
Dude, this is so
That is
foul.
dark.
I'm
Dark.
so
His
lips
done
are
with
also
this.
On a
blue.
lighter
Very
note, on a lighter note, right? It's again like just us making like something that's family friendly much more complicated than it has to
Right.
be, because we enjoy the franchise that much.
Listen, I
Which
love
brings me
those.
to like the theory that you found,
Yeah.
which like expands the entirety of like this middle like Yeah, right.
And it just goes along with the idea that how Disney is so connected to us and our childhood, and no matter what movie you're watching, it always just there's always like a correlation, and there's always a
Right.
message, and everything it just connects so beautifully and like seamlessly that we don't even realize that they are connected. So my theory, bear with me because it's a lot. It's a little hard to
It's all
keep up
connected.
with, but so
You should just
The
cut those in.
Pixar theory.
no,
Oh
Years
no, we would
old.
never be that if
Not
you were
yet.
the Pixar
That
theory.
is gonna be one episode I do by myself. I'm gonna just sit here and explain the Pixar theory.
It's like-
all
it's like-
alone.
like
It's
those
like
guys on
coming right now to
YouTube.
record
Give
that.
me a whiteboard. I'll just start writing it out.
You start to like scratch your head. It's like it all makes sense.
Okay, ready? So, for starters, let's start with the first movie, The Little Mermaid. So, the sunken ship Ariel discovers in The Little Mermaid could possibly be the sunken ship of the king and queen of Arendelle, which are Anna and Elsa's parents in Frozen.
Damn.
So, when the ship
The gears are turning. Okay, keep
when
going.
the ship sank, when the king and queen were on their way to it's rumored that their cousin Rapunzel and Eugene's wedding. So they were on their way to Rapunzel and Eugene's wedding, which happened in the Tangled franchise. Then, the king and queen survived the shipwreck, and became parents. So they were on a stranded island, and they became parents to Tarzan.
Oh, with the gorillas and stuff. 'Cause they
Yeah,
got killed by
deserted on that island.
Oh, that makes so much
They
more
got killed by,
sense
like, the
because like he
leopard
looks
or
just
the-
like
Yeah.
Anna.
So
Sorry.
it would make
No, yeah.
it would make
Who looks like Anna?
Anna.
The Tarzan's mom. She looked like Anna. Guys, I'm not
Anyways,
crazy.
It would make
just like
Also.
two photos.
it would
side
make
by side.
Anna, Elsa sisters to Tarzan, and Rapunzel being all of their cousin.
So it's like all.
And Ariel's just swimming around in the
Yeah,
Ariel's
yeah.
like,
broken
what
boat
is
of their
Literally.
Of their
And then-
childhood
They're like, look at
trauma.
this fork.
So it goes even further into the Disney rabbit hole. We have Tarzan later falls in love with Jane, his love interest in the movie,
Uh-huh.
I've heard this one.
who
She's
is
the
woman.
great-granddaughter.
theorized as to be descended from Princess Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
Not
She
only
does look like Belle.
Not
And she
only
always
does
wears
she
yellow.
look like
And she
her,
wears yellow.
but they spot Mrs. Potts and Chip in Jane's camp
Yes,
during the
You're
yes, they
movie.
do. Yes, they
So
do.
it
Yes,
could
they do.
possibly be an
What?
heirloom given to Jane
That's
from her
kinda messed up.
ancestors.
It's like, look,
All right,
your
I'm gonna
grandma
start.
used to be a
Or
teapot.
is it done yet?
No. So we
Because I'm
have,
about to start tearing it apart.
we have to prove. So the ship sank halfway to Germany, which is where Ariel is from. Somewhere in Atlantica, which
Carb.
is Ariel's
You're
under
lucky I'm being good.
under the sea city. And then it appears to have the same features, so the same exact ship, literally in the same movies. And then the timeline and traveling on the ship match up. So from Arendelle, which is like Norway,
Yeah.
to Germany back then, in where the decades of the movie are based, would take 2 weeks on ship to travel.
Uh-huh.
And so the timeline completely matches up. And then we have Rapunzel is seen attending Elsa's coronation decades after.
She's not.
Okay, that
She's
can-
literally not.
Yeah, she is. She's in the back.
She
She's
is.
not.
Yes, she
Yes,
is. Her
and
and
it
Eugene.
shows her with the haircut.
With the short hair?
You've never
Yeah.
seen that?
No, I've never seen
What?
that.
How many times have you
Yes.
seen Frozen?
Once.
Yeah.
It's like slow it
Not
down.
I've only seen-
Honestly,
I've
I've watched
seen that
Frozen
part.
so many times and I've never noticed.
No, because I've seen Frozen, but the
It's-
only thing
I'm
I
pretty sure
rewatch
it's-
is Let Her Go.
I'm
That's-
pretty sure it's when Anna's like running out of the castle talking about,
Yeah.
am I so ready for this day? And she's running out and you see Eugene and Rapunzel in the back.
Oh, that's so cute. Why is that actually really cute? I like that. That's such a cute.
Yeah.
Oh wait, like
I want to watch Frozen now.
were the parents going to Arendelle?
What?
Wait,
The parents were going to Rapunzel's kingdom
Rapunzel's kingdom for what again?
for
wedding.
Rapunzel's wedding
But like
to Eugene.
I
to
think
Eugene.
the only
Yeah,
way
Flynn
it makes
Rider.
sense is if they were actually going for her birth or for like something like that.
Yeah, because I was about to say like, wasn't Anna and Elsa like children when that happened?
Wow.
That's nice. I
What's
did
it called?
not
Okay.
think-
Yeah, now I want to watch
So-
Frozen.
Now I'm
No,
gonna
yeah,
start.
me too.
And
Now I'm gonna start
Tangled.
tearing into this. Chip and Mrs. Potts were actually people, and they turned back into people at the end of Beauty and the Beast.
You know, one thing I
Yeah.
actually
So
noticed that,
they
but then
couldn't
you know what
be
I thought?
heirlooms.
You know what I thought? I was
True.
thinking that maybe, like, you know how like the witch like turned Mrs. Potts and Chip into like the teapot and stuff. I was thinking like, where did she get the idea to turn them into look like that? Like maybe they had like a second set
Oh, so
That's what
they're
I was
like-
thinking.
A
Like, they're, like,
valid.
a second
Sure,
set of, like, the
maybe.
same things.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end
But
of the day,
is
what are
it
we gonna drink?
coincidentally that the cup is literally chipped exactly like Chip?
Maybe it's, like, it's common.
Maybe,
Ah.
maybe back then
It's
that was
by
the style.
design.
Maybe
That was like
it's
it was like you
common.
drink the tea just out of like a little tiny slate. it's like
Where's my Dr.
Or
Pepper?
maybe like when they got
Stop.
put into their human
Stop.
form, their object form was still left behind.
Oh, it could be.
Oh,
Could
No,
So,
but they
like,
don't. They
they, like,
literally
poop it
turn
out.
from
Like a-
object
like
to
a-
human.
Okay,
We
but
see
you
them
know,
turn
Disney
from
does
object
a
to
lot of
human in the
these
movie.
theories.
Okay,
and
wait,
like a
wait.
molt. Like
What?
But
Louis
in the
Vuitton.
castle,
Yeah.
before she turns them in, they had to have those objects in the castle just lying around.
Who
you know?
says?
well, it's a castle.
Like, the
What are you gonna
castle's
eat?
I'm
fully
sure they
furnished.
had the objects lying around, but who said that she was like, okay, you see that cup right there? You're gonna be that cup. Now.
I mean, she's a witch. She
The-
doesn't
oh,
have to.
guys,
be
I
Yeah.
stumbled upon
She
a
just
theory.
does.
Well, I mean, like,
that,
it
like-
still connects to, like, why Belle will just have another teapot set to remember about Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, because at the end of Mrs. Pot was old, and like you don't know, Belle could have been like.
That-
She like
Oh,
turned back into it.
I-
or
you
what?
know what I've always
She
wondered
could have
about?
been like, oh, maybe as like remembrance to Mrs. Pot because
Yeah.
she was the kinder motherly figure to her.
That's true.
At the end of the day, like in the movie, so she was like, let me just create like a nice mold, and the teapot being shipped could have just been the creators like
you know,
your little tiny
I
illusion.
actually saw a theory about Beauty and the Beast that time in the castle is like frozen for years.
I saw that one too.
I think it's true
And,
because
It's the
the
only way it
kid.
makes sense.
Wasn't it like 40 years or something?
It's something like that, but like time stood still for a long time because in the story at the beginning we find out that the prince, which is the beast, he denies the old lady who turns out to be a witch,
An
right?
enchantress.
Yeah, witch.
An
Enchantress.
enchantress, because she's classy, and
Enchantress.
Yeah.
so sassy, and so when that happens, right? The only way for him to be, it's on his 21st birthday that
Yeah.
the last petal was gonna fall, right?
Mhm.
So and
It
there's
would've-
only
he
one
would have been
petal
11
left.
years old. Yeah.
He would have been like 11, 10
When-
years
yeah.
old.
I mean, what
Could you
11
what kind of lady is like,
yeah.
oh, you didn't let me in, little boy? You didn't let me into your house, little boy?
It's like, I just,
You're
I
done.
was what my mother told me.
I'm in fifth
You're
grade.
done, little boy.
I don't know my
Right.
ABCs.
So basically, what you're saying is that he doesn't age.
I'm
No,
When
saying
he gets
I'm
when
saying
a
that
spell
was
is
an
broken,
adult.
he's not aged at all.
Exactly. The thing is, he's
Yeah.
already an adult when he does this. when
Maybe
he
it's like the
kicks her
25th
out.
anniversary of that event happening.
No. It says on his 21st birthday. So bro
Oh.
already had to be like 18 or
Like,
something like that.
Bro.
And he's
I-
been stuck in that. He's been
Maybe
aging
he's
like
going by
1
like dog
year.
years and like he's,
Oh,
like, he's
right.
a beast.
He'd be like 900
he'd be
years
older.
old.
so
Dog
right.
years goes by 7.
What's
Oh,
slower?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
He's
so
going
it's
by
like,
Neptune years.
Neptune years.
And
Yeah.
you know what that is?
No wait.
I think Neptune is like it's
doesn't
like
it
9
revolve around-
years.
yeah, it revolves
9
around-
years.
no,
Oh,
that's
9 of our
Jupiter.
years is 1 year.
Jupiter revolves around the sun every. Why are we getting into this?
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
So
guys, our topic.
yes.
It's
So I was just gonna mention that like I
Disney.
saw another theory about Chip being the like he was like the son of the beast, but since the beast like he neglected all
Who
of his
was the
servants,
son?
he
Wait,
also
who?
neglected
Who?
Chip. Chip
Who
was the
Chip?
son of the beast,
Whoa.
No
and so
way.
like he like
Chip is the son of Mrs. Potts.
Mrs. Potts is
That
his
makes no
mom.
sense.
I
Chip
saw
had
a
other
theory.
brothers and sisters.
I did
When?
not know that.
Where?
Wait,
What?
what?
Yeah, okay,
What
so
was
at the
this?
end of the
What
movie,
movie
were you watching?
she
It's the
reunites
whole
with her
teapot
husband.
set.
Oh, she does. Yeah. She,
She
does.
does.
She does.
And some of them aren't
That's
in the spell. Only Chip got stuck in the spell.
I- you know what I've always
That's
wondered?
so funny.
So-
It's a whole teapot.
And that's another thing. Chip was
Oh
a
my
little
God, you're
boy
so right.
when he got casted as a teacup, and he was a little boy when he gets
So
out.
then the time,
Yeah.
Time had to be frozen.
Oh wow, yeah, you're so right.
He doesn't age.
It's like there is like a time barrier over the
Wow.
castle.
It's like a bubble.
Or do you
Wow.
think that when you get turned into an inanimate object, like you just don't age in there, or what?
Oh yeah,
could
because
that be
are
it?
inanimate objects.
Yeah, but the
I
beast
mean,
is
the
not
beast
an
doesn't
animal.
age
He
either,
wasn't
and he's not
object.
inanimate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
Well,
maybe he
I-
wasn't. No, but
Okay,
he's like a
the beast was
monster.
But he's
Given-
not inanimate.
But
But
let's
the beast was
explain.
Maybe it's like
Concept
when you
of
get
How
like
does-
cursed,
What?
right? When you get cursed.
Guys, it's magic. It's magic.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm
Disney
saying.
magic.
Like when
It's
you get
Disney magic.
cursed.
Disney magic.
Does that mean when Belle enters the castle, does she stop aging?
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
She probably
Maybe.
does.
Because it's
But,
either
like, how long is
that
she in there?
or
Like, a month
It's
or
not
two?
that
She even-
noticeable because she wasn't in there for like her almost
Exactly.
her entire life. She was
Yeah.
in there for like what? Like
Yeah.
Like a year. No, not even like
not
a couple
even-
days.
not a
One
year.
day, she was like,
days. Like,
like
a
one
week.
day. The second day I fell in love. The third day I got married. Guys, I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, she
She
went
was
there
at-
to look for her father.
Yeah.
She got trapped in because she made the beast mad. She fell in love with
No,
the
but
beast.
remember that winter also came around, so she must have been there for like a good time.
Yeah.
No, but
That
it was
was
already
right.
cold when she left.
Mm,
So
you're
she
right.
probably got
It
there like
was.
like
around
autumn time.
autumn,
Yeah.
December,
Until winter.
spring
Belle was really
left.
like,
so
I
she was
fell
there
in
for
love
months.
with
She
was
really
not there
said,
for a
"I'm gonna
year."
go get that bag, and you guys cannot stop me."
Yeah, she
We can't
literally
forget about
said-
that whole song where they sang like they were not speaking to each other.
It's like my library. That's all
Oh
I'm
my
here for.
Tell us
My
all
library.
the
Like, yeah,
time.
but
He's keeping me
Yeah,
prisoner.
Belle really fell in love with that emo boy, bro. Oh god.
What?
He's
What?
not
What?
emo.
What?
Beast was on his sad boy life, bro.
No, he
Yes,
wasn't.
He was
He was
cursed.
He was
He was
cursed.
cursed.
Of
He was
course.
aggressive.
I would
Yeah,
be
everybody
He was
very
like,
sad.
no one understands me.
I'm such a beast.
I don't
I'm a
think it was the
monster.
emo stage. I just
No.
think that
Not
he had
emo. This
he
depression.
lost his life.
Guys, 21 years trapped in a castle.
Could you
That
imagine?
is
How long?
By
They never even
yourself.
say how long they were in the castle.
10 years.
Do
10
they?
years.
Yeah, 10 years
Oh.
we've been resting, needing so
So
much more
bro
than
is-
dusting. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's another point. That he's like already 21. So he was 10 when that happened. But when they show him, he's
You
already
keep
an
coming
adult.
back to
Yes. Because it bothers me
Anyways.
so much.
No, because
No.
I think the time was frozen for them. So it did happen when he was older, but he just never grew up because he was a
Maybe.
beast.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe.
why he was so stressed
Brenda's
because
literally
if,
such big brain. I love
That
that.
makes you.
oh my god,
so
thank
good.
you. But that's why he was so stressed because the last petal meant that he was gonna stay like that forever, and I feel like the
Exactly.
time would have actually started moving on for him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that's why for Belle, it doesn't seem like she was trapped for a long time if you
She
think
wasn't.
about it.
Oh.
She's in there like a couple
She like
days.
fell in love so fast.
Guys, let's not get
But,
into
like,
that one because
that
that one's
makes
another
you-
theory.
Because she
Going back to the to being frozen in time, that makes you think about
Right.
why
Disney's
Walt
frozen.
Disney
Yeah.
wanted to have that storyline.
Okay, no,
Oh,
because
okay,
let's
no,
talk
like a
about
whole-
Oh, you talk about his
So-
head? You talk about his head?
No, let
no,
me
because
Yeah.
Because
Walt
it's
Disney
So-
himself.
What's
So
It's
you know, in
iconic
this
for
whole
this.
in this whole time loopy type thing of cryogenesis, right?
He's frozen.
This story actually goes back quite a chunk of time. Okay,
I think I already know where you're
so
going with
back
this.
in 1967, all the way back in 1967, mind you, Walt Disney died in December 15th, 1966. So like
My mom
less
was
than like
born
a
a year
few
later.
weeks, less than a few weeks after he died, a reporter goes out and he's like, guys, you know, he called the national, let me read this right, the National Spotlight, right? He called, like, it was a
Mhm.
newspaper, he called it, and he claimed to had snuck in into the St. Joseph Hospital, right? Snuck in. He was disguised as like, I think it was like a janitor, and then he just walked in, and like he claimed to have seen the body of Walt Disney in full cryogenesis, just frozen there.
Oh my goodness.
To be honest,
And then
Sounds a little.
from there,
I wouldn't put it past him, honestly.
from there,
Was he in like a casket?
like a whole casket, just like
They had that in the 60s?
Like a
honestly,
freezer?
I do believe that.
Okay,
No,
wait.
because-
If you
no.
have money,
But
Right,
then
he
it gets,
was like-
it gets
he had a lot of
complicated
money.
after that because as soon as that story was published, right, a news article in Paris started to talk about how because fun fact about Walt Disney, he was really into the pseudosciences. He was really like advocate of like the future and like you know like technology and the future of science and where we can.
that's why
where-
Tomorrowland exists.
yeah, Tomorrowland. Yeah,
Right.
because he had a
And, like,
company.
Carousel of Progress.
He had a company that later on his family sanctioned off, but it was all about displaying like the movies of the future or like things that could relate to the future, right? So then, you know, this company in Paris, this publicist company in Paris just goes out of their way and goes, yeah, he is freezed in time and he is set to come back in 1975, I believe.
Paris don't know nothing.
What?
And then from there on, everybody was hooked. They're like,
Right.
So wait,
That's
hold
crazy.
on.
doesn't
Yeah.
He
know anything.
pulled
Why
a
does
Captain
Paris-
America.
Right.
Put the
That's
captain-
crazy.
Literally, he
like-
put the captain.
He didn't
And
come
then the
back.
movie-
He was supposed to come back in 1975.
In 1975, but then this is what happened,
I
right?
don't think he did.
He was like, me neither, guys. So
Maybe
then,
not.
it said that he
Doesn't
is
feel like
now, right? Like something went wrong, and now he's trapped within the ride of the Pirates of the Caribbean, which has been
What?
said to be
Oh.
haunted.
Actually,
I've heard about
the Pirates of
that.
the Caribbean. You guys saw the skeletons in the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are actually real skeletons.
That's
of
so
people.
disgusting.
Oh, I've heard. I think there's one. Like I think there.
There's
that-
one real one and a
It's
sea of
like-
toy
it's
one.
like-
No, seriously. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I
a
heard
skull.
It's a skull. Yeah, the one at the
And-
very end, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like an episode
Yes.
of Bones.
The way that you guys know exactly
like
what
it.
skull you're talking
Yeah.
about, like
Okay, so you know it's in the
That
boat
one!
ride at the final scene where it's like
guys, I've never been to Disney. I don't know what you're talking
What?
about.
oh my god, Diago,
Wow,
let's
that was
take you.
really
We could take you.
immigrant.
This carbon out.
Donate
Can we
now.
do a Quill and
Diago,
Scroll
Diago.
trip to
That was
Disney?
really immigrant of you.
That'd be so
That was
fun.
really
That'd be so fun.
Really?
That's funny. That's cute. Okay, continue.
But yeah, like at the last scene of the ride, I think it's with his name's Jack Sparrow, right?
Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Okay. I was about to get that wrong. And I was like,
Johnny
there's
Depp.
no way.
It's like you pause the video and it's like actually she meant to say Jack Sparrow.
I'm like, hey guys, it's editing me.
This
Yeah.
is me in the future.
Oh yeah,
So,
and the Captain Jack
um,
Sparrow.
There's like a skull there, like a person's skull, and that's a real life skull.
Yeah.
What if that's what's Disney skulls?
I mean, if
Stop!
Crazy.
That'd
No,
be
I don't
crazy.
it is,
think
if
so.
I don't know, I don't think.
Listen,
I don't think it
here's
is.
the real
I-
truth.
Okay,
I
but can you
actually don't think it
imagine
is.
like a murderer like could be secretly working in the Walt Disney Company and they're like, oh, I know where to hide the body, and then put it in the
Oh.
Pirates of the
I've
Caribbean.
seen the Pirates of the Caribbean's ride. Oh my goodness.
Here's
that
the
is
real
crazy.
Walt Disney's head is frozen under the Walt Disney Mickey Mouse statue in front of the
Stop
castle.
it, guys.
Why does it have to be under the
Oh.
statue?
Yeah,
Why
because
can't
Because
it
that's
be
where
in
it
his
is.
mansion?
Because that's where it is.
But like,
His head is
I
frozen.
want
His
to bring
head.
something
His head alone.
forth, like
His head is
just a
frozen.
question that I thought while researching this conspiracy as a whole.
Okay.
What do you think that we as a society was so hooked by this idea of immortalizing somebody who brought Disney to us? Like, what about him being immortal was something so like not immortal, but like being
Basically.
immortalized?
So
something
the
so like good or like just
so the magic never ends.
so the magic
Right.
never ends, right? It's like it's that like that's exactly where I come to the conclusion. It's like it's that idea that we as people love to cling on to a simmer of happiness, right? Like
Yeah.
look at the times we're living
The
around in.
nostalgia.
You know what's crazy?
Nostalgia,
is
yeah.
that Walt Disney had like, if you look at his
Walt
life, he
Disney?
had a sad
Disney.
life.
No,
Sorry.
seriously.
No, he did sad
He
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
sad
Sad
life,
life, yeah.
but then
A very
like,
tough
what he
one.
made was the happiest place
The
for
happiest
other
place for
people.
other people.
Not to say that he was perfect.
So going back to this whole idea of like nostalgia and whatever, and how Disney he created something that was just happy, right?
Yeah.
Disney is so set, and I'm telling you, they don't play around with their like
Yeah.
with their propaganda. They don't play around. They want
Mhm.
to keep that like that public relations. Like they're good at that. They're good. They're good.
They
keep
are
on
good
top.
with their PR.
Their PR is
That's why they're the
outstanding.
number one
They
company in the world.
Literally, they sit and they're like, "You are tarnishing our company." So you know the movie Frozen, right?
Yeah.
It's called Frozen because it was like inspired by the Igbo Ice Witch, right? That one movie about the Igbo Ice Witch, whatever. It was a
The Ice
readaptation,
Queen.
right?
Yeah.
The Ice Queen, yeah. So guess why they named it Frozen, or why it's theorized that they named it Frozen?
I know why.
Because
I know
prior to 2013, they would search up Disney Frozen, and that whole
The
like
whole story would come up.
that whole story. And is that family friendly?
No.
I
No,
don't
sir.
think so. I don't think so.
I don't think any of these original fairy tales are family friendly.
Except for
The
the one
Grimm
about
brothers
Tangled.
were Grimm.
No.
The
They were
Every-
the Grimm brothers were
Every
Grimm?
Disney movie that is a story before is horrifying.
Horrifying.
Yep.
Horrifying.
But
Peter
then
Pan
that's-
story is
Again, that's like
god-awful.
I
that's the
blame
beauty
Shakespeare.
of like Walt Disney
They
and
didn't
just
even
Disney
copy
as a
Shakespeare.
whole, right? Like it's that concept that they managed to make something so grim
and,
and
magic.
so
And
I
they make it
guess like
magical.
dramatized to fit reality because reality as a whole is grim.
Pinocchio
And
is
just
horrifying.
Pinocchio was scary as
Yeah, it
heck.
was.
I hated
Like
Pinocchio
they
growing
grabbed
up.
it, they grabbed
Like
that.
any version of Pinocchio, I hated
Yes, I don't like Jiminy Cricket. Sorry.
It's foul.
It's
Anyway,
it's like anyways.
it is beautiful
have
how they
never
can
watched
turn
it.
something like
3D
that
version of
into
Jiminy
something
Cricket.
beautiful.
That thing is scary.
Oh, what? The real life version? There's a real life Jiminy Cricket?
The 3D animated version. of Jiminy
Ew, they
Cricket.
made that?
Yes, put it up on the screen.
Well, that one was kind of
scary.
cute. The
There it
movie
is.
with Tom Hanks, he
Okay,
did a great
thank
job.
you for doing that, but I don't know what it looks
Okay,
like. Everybody
look
else
for it.
on the video does.
They'll know what it looks like.
But what you call it? No, yeah, it's us being able to turn something so like grim and so like into something beautiful and something
Yeah.
that we as a family
Ew.
can enjoy. It is family They are.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I was looking at it.
I told you, right?
cute.
It's gross. It's like it's
He's
just
not.
it's something that was turned towards
Aw.
family entertainment,
Right.
something that we can
He's
enjoy
cute.
together as a family. Whereas it was a story that used to be for cautionary tales, to reprimand children, to free them of their freedoms, to deny their dreams. Disney was able to give us something more. It was able to open up to dreams, and it was able to give us a chance to connect with our families.
Very beautiful.
And
with each other.
Yeah. You go around, and the one thing that people can relate to is, oh, I watched Cinderella when I was little, or oh, I know the Cinderella story. Like, it's like
It brings people together.
it brings people together, and I feel like that's really like the moral of all of these conspiracies. It's that we as people tend to love something so much.
We just like to
that
dive deeper in.
We can't let go of it. Let it go. We can't let it go, you know?
Yeah.
And
Let it go.
in that we're not gonna start
Let
that.
it go.
And in that
You're
not
gonna say
letting
it
go,
loud.
Anymore.
we end up creating something more vast and more beautiful in order to keep the dreams alive. So
You know what?
yeah.
What dream
That's very
people would
beautiful.
love to keep alive is having their kids at Disney.
Yeah.
What?
Stop that.
What?
Like
You know
not
what,
bringing
man?
them, like no, having them
Having
at
them at
Disney.
Oh yeah.
At Disney.
Okay, yo, dude,
So
Diago,
this-
honestly, that was so beautiful what you said. Honestly,
Yeah.
but this guy looks like a pistachio.
He is not cool.
He looks like a pistachio.
I don't like him.
Ugly pistachio is what he looks like.
It's a
He's
cricket.
He's a pistachio. Is
What
what
do
he
you
is.
expect? It's a cricket.
I don't think he looks
What
that
are crickets
bad.
supposed to look
No,
like?
Because like
Not like that.
I think he looks great for what actual crickets look like.
Yeah.
he looks creepy. Anyway, what were you saying, Brenda?
Okay.
sorry.
We're just bullying Brenda. Disney.
This is not a channel that enforces that behavior. Therefore,
No.
we would not continue
Lies.
that.
That's why we have the number in the card.
You know what other else
Journalism
lies?
is all about that behavior.
You know what else is lies, guys? If you have your kid at Disney, you will not have guaranteed life access to Disney parks.
That's what she was gonna
And
talk about.
I object.
Okay.
I think there should be a law about that.
Okay, so listen. So everything started because 40 years ago, there was this woman who, she was pregnant and she
just decided to go. She was like, "Baby, my water broke. We have to go to Disney right now."
Yeah, like she was like on a trip. She didn't do it intentionally, and she ended up
Yeah, sure.
like her water broke in Disney, and from there, everyone thought that, oh my god, that baby got a free like year
Wow.
of all her life, gets to go to Disney. Everything is free for her,
Oh
just
my
because
God. Me.
Mickey visited
I'm
her.
that baby.
You the baby?
Oh my god, you're
I
that
am the baby.
You were
You're
born in the
40.
70s?
Guys, I've
We
been
just bring him out. We
shape-shifting
have
all
him
along.
here.
Okay,
Come
but
on.
Guys.
like,
So-
what
Oh,
made
wow.
the baby think he like come out? Did he hear like a Disney song and then be like, "I'm coming out right
It
now"?
was the smells. It was the smells that they put up in the parks.
Nah, the
smells.
baby heard
Disney
It's a
smells.
Small World and started.
So
a whole new world. Sorry.
right. So then the Donald, Mickey, Goofy, all those people, they visited him at the hospital.
That's so cute.
So that made people
That's
believe that
adorable.
they got like a free like Disney lifetime thing.
What a
And they
flex.
didn't.
But it was actually not true. They didn't get anything.
Yo,
Just
Disney
that visit.
sucks for that.
Yeah.
But
That does
there's
suck.
people that still believe it from this day.
No.
And
I'd fake my
These
water
people
break
sweatshirt.
for that.
actually, pregnant women from this day believe in that.
To this
And there was
Wow.
this one woman recently who was pregnant and she decided to go like when she knew it was like her due date, like
Yeah.
her due date.
Yeah,
on
she just
purpose.
goes on
Go to
Disney.
Disney!
And she started having contractions. So
Explanations, baby. I just booked us a flight to Disney. Don't question it, okay?
Babe, we live in Ohio.
So-
What do you- you're pregnant. You're not allowed on a plane.
So when she was having or like she felt like, oh my god, like my water broke. She hid in the bathroom at Disney and
The
refused
bathroom?
What?
to leave the bathroom until her baby was born inside of Disney property.
Oh my
You
goodness.
know how gross those
because-
bathrooms
Wow.
are?
Dude.
Literally.
Just
Oh,
because she
no.
believed in
That's not
this-
where the magic
She
lives.
should have.
Why don't you just like
just because she
go in the
believed
castle
this,
or something?
in this
Wow.
theory.
There's no
Wow.
rooms in the
And-
castle.
And the only way that she was able to like leave was
Was with her baby.
No, was because
No, she left it there.
like Disney themselves had told her she's not getting anything out of them.
Wow.
Damn.
So then that's when she finally was sent to like the Memorial Hospital, I think it's called.
Oh, she's a psycho.
No,
Yeah, she's
because-
crazy.
Because I'm like, I'm having my baby right here.
But on the
She's-
occasion that it accidentally happens and you
Baby
know
just slips
a
out.
baby's like, I need to come out when I need to come out, I think Disney should provide proper care and reimbursement.
So in hypothetical,
But
if that
there-
were to become a law,
But
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
there's only there's only that one baby who's now 40 years old who is the only person that their birth certificate says that they were born in Walt Disney World.
Does it
wow,
actually?
that is
Yeah,
such
it
a
does.
flex.
That's
cool.
so
That is
cool.
Such a
That's
flex.
so
Such
cool.
a flex.
Dude, no, but that's
But I feel
also
like
that
everyone in
also be messing
Orlando
with people at, like
is
in the
because Disney
passport.
owns all of Orlando.
Oh, you're
No, it
so
doesn't.
right.
Yeah,
It
does.
does not
It
own all
does.
of Orlando.
It
Yes, it
does.
does.
It
No, it
does.
Not
It pays for half of our
true.
taxes, JR.
It
Of
doesn't
course
own all of
does.
No,
Orlando,
like
you
look it up.
crazy
It
person.
does. It literally does.
That's not how
It's
that
like,
works.
you're like, it literally. Guys.
Anyway,
Well, Disney bought all the land. It works.
not how that works. There's still private
Disney just
property.
has a lot of properties in Orlando, but
Disney's
it's only
bigger than a
only
lot of countries.
Disney.
Mhm.
But
Okay, but
before
guys-
it used to only be owned by Disney, but then I think something happened, and
But
now
like
it's,
Disney
Florida.
runs like they fund like the police department and
They
like the
fund
fire
it. They don't own
department.
it. Well, actually,
They own
probably
it
got
all.
them in their pocket.
Even the government.
They got them in their pocket.
Disney runs everything. It is
I believe that.
dream.
They own
It
the
is
country.
expanding.
It is-
Honestly,
Into the
it'd
neighboring
probably be a better
states.
place.
yes,
Bro,
for
what's
sure.
it called? Oh, dude, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
It's like, oh my goodness. But
Period.
on that topic,
Finish sentence. Cut it.
what you call it?
Yeah,
This
mama.
has been the Quill. What is you guys'
Wow.
like
No.
preferred like Disney movie like of all times?
Oh my God, Lilo and Stitch.
Hercules.
Stop.
Stop.
Oh.
Lilo and Stitch
Oh.
is my favorite movie.
You know which one's
Princess
mine?
and the Frog and Big Hero 6.
Wally. Wally.
Wally's sad. Makes me cry.
Wally is such a cute movie.
You know,
It's
I've
cute.
never finished Wally. I get bored.
No.
Okay, wait.
Oh, wow.
That's so
Offensive.
foul.
That is
Okay,
so
wait,
foul.
wait. Are we talking like Disney Channel, like animated movie?
No, like it has the
DComs?
Disney.
Just animated.
Just
DCOM
animated.
is a whole different section.
Because I
Literally.
could go on a tangent on DComs.
So can
anyway.
I.
No.
All right,
Just
like
sentence.
animated movie.
Yeah.
The first Cars.
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
movie.
loved the first
Oh,
Cars.
I was never a Cars
Pocahontas.
fan.
I love Pocahontas.
Oh, Pocahontas was so
Mulan?
good.
The first one was
Mulan.
good.
I
love that
Mulan,
movie.
yes.
Mulan is
Mulan
so
is
good.
such
Mulan
Any
is
Disney
good.
princess,
Aladdin.
I was there for it.
You know what
Yeah.
movie actually I used to get really bored watching as a kid?
Which one?
The Lion King.
I never finished.
I
Lion
agree.
King. I never.
As a
finished Lion
kid,
King.
I
Listen,
hated that movie.
Only when the songs came on is when I got lit.
Yeah,
But that's
when
it.
it's like,
The
wow,
rest
what
of
a-
the movie
Can I
is
move
not it.
seats?
And I just
can't believe my eyes.
Yeah,
wait
that one. That one.
to
That one.
be
That one. That one.
king.
I-
I wanna be your favorite boy.
Oh, I thought we were
That's
like.
a
I thought we were-
TikTok song.
that is a
I know.
TikTok.
That's why he started
Not
singing.
JR
No, I started
starting.
singing the "I Want to Be Famous" from Total Drama Island.
Nah, do you want to
What?
be
You
famous
guys-
by
never
Big
mind,
Time
never
Rush?
mind, never mind, never mind. Anyways,
Anyways, this has been The Quill. Thank you for watching. We hope you tune back for our next podcast.
of course.
Comment your
Bye.
favorite Disney movie.
No, for
Bye.
sure.
Do
Oh, and
it.
comment your favorite theory, and if you have any theories, just let us know.
Bye,
Because
guys.
We're big fans of those, so we always read
Yep.
the comments.
I'm JR. Bye.
I'm Diago.
I'm Bella.
Oh, me? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
Brenda.
I'm Mariela.
And I'm JR.
I don't know why I
Again.
decided to go last.
Guys, and this has been
The Quill.